packages. What is up, vinyl bitches? Vinyl peoples out there. It's the funky one once again. And yeah, got another unboxing we're about to be doing. As you can see by this thingamajig right here. So let's not waste any time and let's get into it, shall we? Alright, so the package we have here, the package we have here of records comes from Dark Descent Records. Of course, some of you may know who they are. For those who don't, they're just basically a I wouldn't say record label. I thought they were a distributor more so than anything, but they're a true metalhead's favorite go-to for vinyl and new releases, new independent heavy metal, extreme metal releases, whether it's from black metal bands, death metal bands, I guess some prog metal bands. I mean, they have a lot. They have an expansive catalog and roster and of artists they put stuff out of, and I've heard about them through several vinyl videos similar to this one. So I wanted to check them out, and they had some records that I definitely needed to have on vinyl. Definitely had to have in my collection. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, and we're gonna open them, and we're gonna talk about them a little bit, and that's gonna be the end of the video, because that's how the thing goes. Okay, yeah, so let's open this son of a bitch. Oh, that was not good. I was holding this upside down and slipped this while it was in my hand. That is not smart, kiddies. Don't do that. Do not do that. Screw it like this. Get it right there. I've actually been waiting for these for, it almost feels like a month or more. Like now, almost feels like 2 months. I've been waiting on this box. I didn't get any shipping. I just happened to go to my account on the site and see that it was shipped, and there was a tracking number, and that would be here this week. So cool. Let's open it up and see what we got. I mean, I know what we got. Let's see it in person. Trash, of course. Thank you for the bubble wrap. Massive amount of bubble wrap. I appreciate. Yeah. Nox Formulae's album. Let's see if we can say this together, guys. Drakon, Darshan, Satan. Yeah, interesting. This album came out this year, and I have not stopped listening to it. It's black metal, and yeah, it is just, it's one of my favorite releases this year. Definitely give that a listen if you want. A lot of you know who this is. This is Blood Incantation. Hidden History of the Human Race. This is probably one of the most talked about death metal records from 2019. So much talked about that I was like, I gotta hear this for myself, and I immediately got what the hype was about. And it wasn't until recently I was like, oh, I should probably get that on vinyl. Well, honestly, I saw someone do an unboxing with this as one of their purchases, and I was like, yeah, I want that in my collection. And Dark Descent on their Instagram had said they got some new colored LPs coming, so I want to go and grab one of those up, and that's why I have this. Hell yeah. And the last record, Crypt Sermon, The Ruins of Fading Light. This record was very interesting. Very interesting. I just was kind of going through the interesting album covers of, well, I was going through some of the albums of recent releases Dark Descent had on their Bandcamp, and I was going by way of which album cover stood out to me, and this was one of the ones that stood out that I listened and I really enjoyed. So yeah, Crypt Sermon, they're dope. Alright, so let's talk about these things over here. Starting with Crypt Sermon. Crypt Sermon's The Ruins of Fading Light. I believe they are a Philly band. They're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And yeah, this is one of the, like I said, I just kind of went through some of the recent releases of Dark Descent's catalog on their Bandcamp and just start giving things a listen depending on, which, the album cover that stuck out the most to me. Well, not the most, but just the ones that intrigued me. Look same way you would go to a record shop and you'd be like, oh, this looks interesting. I wonder if it sounds just as interesting or even better. That's what I did with Crypt Sermon's The Ruins of Fading Light. This is really good. They are a doom metal band. Immediately they got me with just the singing. Their lead singer, clean vocals. Clean vocals, man. It almost feels like clean vocals on metal record nowadays is becoming rare. Like, I hate to say that, and I feel like it's a little over-exaggerated, but it's starting to feel that way. It just, by the way, this is them, in case you didn't know. But it's just starting to feel that way, man. It's like when I hear a heavy record and someone's not trying to get guttural with their vocals and shit, I'm just like, hey, okay, you got me just off of that sometimes, and yeah, this is a little lengthy at times. I mean, it's a doom metal record, but I like it because it's, hey, I don't give a fuck what you think. This kind of gives me some Ghost vibes, Ghost talking I'm talking about Ghost, that Ghost, yeah. Which isn't a bad thing, which isn't a bad thing at all. Because I love Ghost. I think Ghost is a great band, and if you don't, that's your problem. If you take me comparing a little bit of this to that as an insult, that's your problem. It's not my problem. I look at that as a compliment, because I'm a big Ghost fan. I've been listening to Ghost since the first album, second album. I came in at the right time, but yeah, man, I enjoy it. Check out the poster that came with. This is pretty dope. Pretty freaking dope. Yep. There. Now let's actually look at the record itself, see how that looks. Double LP, because it's a long one. Whoa! I love that sort of blend of purple and gray, right there. Purple and gray, I guess. I like that. I do. I really do. That looks good. Someone answer me this question. Does something happen to records when they're shipped in the paper sleeves outside of this in the packaging, outside of the main sleeve or the actual album case? I don't know. Having a brain fart moment. But does anyone know if something happens to him? Because why, other than, I don't know, I guess, why are some paper sleeves difficult to get into get into the fold, and some aren't? Because like this is annoying. Like, this is really fucking annoying. That annoys the shit out of me. Sometimes I wonder if it's just a bad gatefold, if just the gatefold wasn't made well, or if it's just the sleeves. And then I wonder if it's like, is it specifically black sleeves? Because I feel like it's black sleeves that are the ones that cause the most issue. I don't know. All I know is it gets on my fucking nerves, and I hate that. See, look at this shit. I can't even get the poster in with the record, man. That's... Look at this. Look at... I can't do it. The record's gonna have to be on the outside. It's just... It annoys me. It's annoying me. I don't know what the issue is with that. Someone please explain it to me. Because I know they ship the records on the outside of on the outside of the cover in the plastic sleeve, so that they don't damage the gatefold. But it's just, I don't know, I'm just confused. Like, does that do something to with the paper sleeves? I don't understand. Like, why do they get so bloated that you can't even put them in the whatever? I'm not even I'm gonna give myself a damn headache. Okay, you guys don't know, this just took me like another 5 minutes to get this shit in here. Sleeves kind of suck. These plastic sleeves kind of suck. I hope this is not the issue for the rest of these records, because then I'm gonna have something to say. Next record, Blood Incantation. Yeah, I really dug this record. Short, fun listen. Kind of straight to the point. It's they're a good band, man. They're a really good band. Really good record. And yeah, I just enjoyed it. Let's look at the gatefold real quick, though. It's pretty dope. Oh, come on. What the hell is it? Ah, that's the... Oh, Jesus. okay, maybe I do have to say that maybe there is an issue to be talked about with how these gatefolds are made, because look at this shit. It's not. Oh, there's a lot in here. Okay. Stargate Research Society. I think Blood Incantation is trying to make me a believer. Well, that won't be too hard to do. Other thing I believe is that the records will not be going in here with all this stuff, with all this inside of the gatefold. The records are definitely not going to be going inside here. It's just what it is. Just is what it is. I will have to hang that up somewhere though. I'll find a place. I think all this stuff kind of makes the inner sleeves of the gatefold a little wonky too. And this is like cardboard, so I'm not even gonna attempt to get these in there. It's just not gonna happen. We'll get this in there. I don't know, maybe we'll see. Kind of alienish, kind of extraterrestrials. Aliens and death metal, sci-fi and death metal. Let's just see. Let's just see if I can even, see. These. I'm just gonna say it. These black. I'm just gonna say it. These black paper sleeves are ass. They're ass. I don't like them. It's not the first time or the second time or even the third time I've dealt with them. They're just so stubborn, and it's almost like they fight so they don't have to go in. It's almost like they fight so they can't, so you can't get them in. It's so annoying. Look, I'm sorry if I'm complaining a lot in this video. It's just, I don't blame Dark Descent. There's many factors in all my complaints and discretions, whatever, that are not on the fault of Dark Descent. I would believe not on the fault of Dark Descent, or the band, or Blood Incantation. You know, and I'm not just gonna stuff it in there. And I'm not gonna try to do that. Nah, it's just how it's gonna have to be. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry to interrupt the regular video here. I just got this. So, no point in making a separate video for this little thing. So, I'm just gonna crack this open real quick. What we have here is Twisted Horror EP. It's the split EP between Exhumed and Gruesome, of course, by the same two different kinds of death metal bands led by the same person. That's what's interesting. Comes with this cool Relapse sticker, Relapse Records, because that's who distributed you get. And the vinyl. The vinyl itself is interesting. Yep. I like it. Oh shit. And yeah, Exhumed and Gruesome are two of my favorite death metal bands that I was attracted to when I was getting into death metal. I mean, I just like Matt Harvey's approach to these groups, and just his clear, obvious love for death metal and the different styles of death metal is, because Exhumed, in my opinion, kind of ushered in a different era of death metal for the 2000s, late 90s, 2000s. But Gruesome is like a tribute to your, early stages of death metal, your death, exhumed. They didn't mean exhumed, I meant entombed. Death, entombed, obituary type bands, which those are my favorite kind of death metal bands. I like the classic stuff, to say. But yeah, 10-inch split EP, Twisted Horror by Exhumed and Gruesome. Had to get it. Just the splat, the split splattered design on the vinyl, the color, and yeah. Okay, let's go long enough. Let's go back to the original unboxing video. And last but not least, Nox Formulae. I know little to zip about this band. I just know they're Greek, and the description of them by Dark Descent on their Bandcamp and site is either one of the best descriptions of an album and a band I've seen yet, or either one of the most over-exaggerated ones. But all I know, this is one of my favorite black metal records of this year, easily. Easily, this is one of my favorite black metal records of this year. Right here, on the insert, it says ritual trance black metal. I think that's the best description for this record, man. There are moments during this record where it sounds like, are they conjuring something? Like, are they summoning something in this on this album? Especially, but it gets so tense too, especially on the last track, Eve of Annihilation. That's one of my favorite closers to an album this year. It gets so I love it. I go back sometimes just to listen to that close again. It's the shit. Red and black vinyl. Red and black seems to really be the theme for this band or this album. I don't know. Like, red and black has been mentioned in a lot of descriptions for this record, on this band. red and black, kind of crimson. Well, let's see if maybe I can get this in, since it's not a gatefold and there's not much inside of the sleeve. Maybe let's see if I can get this in with no issues. Well, would you look at that? Put the sleeve in. It's a little low bloated, kind of, but better than the other ones, which, jeez Christ. I just think some of the gatefolds for some of these independent labels aren't too well done, maybe by whoever they get to distribute and make these. But really, it's all about the record at the end of the day. It's all about these being played on this. So yes, check out Nox Formulae's let's just run through Darshan, Satan. Check this out. Definitely one of my favorite albums of this year. If you haven't heard Blood Incantation's Hidden History of the Human Race yet, you're just slipping up. I'm sorry. Definitely don't slip on Crypt Sermon. Don't slip on any of Crypt Sermon, especially not this record, The Ruins of Fading Light. All really good releases from Dark Descent. And yeah, that's it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things that all the other YouTubers tell you to do. Make sure you do that for me. Alright. Yeah, comment. Have you heard any of these albums before? And what do you think? And what are some recommended Dark Descent albums besides these? What were some others that you would recommend for me? I might have some I'd recommend for you. Yeah. Peace.